Before we begin, we're going to be covering all the issues that is being done currently on MPL online gameplay on Maximum Football. We're going to be covering the glitches and exploits that's being done and things that I may think that can be fixed, addressed, or actual in-game play that can possibly help you defend against these glitches and exploits. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, the first one is the QB scramble glitch exploit. I mean, it's really not an exploit. It's just based off, the ratings, of course, is the first thing. And then the type of defensive play that you're calling. Now, of course, when you scramble outside, depending on the coverage, of course, the DB is going to end up attacking, leaving away a wide open receiver. Now, depending on, the throw accuracy, for the most part, people won't make an accurate pass. On top of that, they probably end up getting sacked or a forced fumble will happen based off, the DBs getting to the quarterback in time. But for the most part, it's just based off the defensive play calling and then the type of quarterback that you're facing. So, for instance, I'm going to end up doing a basic simple play. Now, right here, I'm picking the cover one combo drop spy. So, the two cornerbacks on both sides is playing man coverage. Then I'm going to have a zone behind it with a QB spy. Now, there's various ways to go about calling a certain defense with a QB spy. It's just how you're going to go about it. And on top of that, it's just based off, the rating difference. You may play somebody that has a pass-heavy offense with great wide receivers. And of course, somebody's going to get open if you don't have the best of DBs. That's why it's a unique strategy play calling when you face these type of people with a variety of different, created teams based off the strategy that they're going to be playing. That's why it's very hard. It's like a chess game. Like, you got to pick and choose when you should pick certain plays against what your opponent's doing. You're not going to just expect to pick a play that stops everything that he's doing. And then, like I said, it's all based off strategy. Like, what is his strong points and weaknesses? Like, you guys got to go about that when it comes to ratings. This is completely different style compared to Madden college football, which a lot of you guys are adapted to. Now, of course, this is an early access game. It's not a fully finished developed game. This is a game where it continues to be progressively developed over time, fixed and addressed and add things. So, of course, at this point in time, we don't have containment assignment plays. So you guys got to bear with what Maximum Football is doing. But, the QB spy still works pretty well. And I'm going to showcase that. So just by doing this play, watch how the QB spy attacks the quarterback when I take off. Now, of course, you're going to have, based off coverage assignments, certain players will back away from leaving players wide open because another player is in their zone. And if it's man, of course, you guys are going to see a big difference. But overall, watch how the containment happens with QB spy or players that are in coverage in that area will automatically go and attack the quarterback. I mean, that is a key thing that a lot of people don't really notice and intake about this, and they just automatically call it's an exploit. It's based off the type of play that you call. Now, of course, you can still make a play based off a wide open receiver, but you got to take into consideration how accurate that pass may be, depending if you're continuing to move and all that good stuff. Now, another supposing exploit is the double route out move or whatever. A double route move in general will get open every time. Once again, it goes based off what you are literally calling on defense and then also the ratings. So, of course, you want to see a double route move beat man coverage. I mean, that's expected, but you guys got to take into consideration the rating differences. Now, of course, the best play options is to run, man with 2 deep or 3 deep. Right here, I'm running 3-man deep, prevent defense, and you guys see the double route move gets covered pretty well. And like I said, this is all based off what people are calling on defense. Now, I literally showcased this during a live stream of somebody literally sitting in the same play. That's why they was getting beat. A lot of people think that they can sit in the same play and dominate like it's Madden or college football. You can't do that in this game. Now, of course, there is supposedly a kickoff glitch exploit, which, yes, this is another thing that is kind of similar to what college football Madden currently has, which was called a scum kick. So I'm going to showcase how to do it. Now, You kick it about 4 to 3 bars, which you guys see right here. Within that range, you can automatically have the scum kick, which you can kick it anywhere on the field and you're going to have this results. For the best option, of course, you want to kick it to, any of the corners, left or right angle, and you're going to have these type of results. And this is another reason why they don't have just yet with the implementation of onside kick formations, which I complained about earlier on my videos during the live stream as well for the NPL online issues. So once they get this fixed, which I believe what they should do for NPL alone or just online gameplay alone is literally remove the kickoff or set the kick meter to a certain threshold of where you have to get the bars above, where you cannot stop it before any of the bars below. So let's say you have to stop the bars only at and above probably 7 to 80% of the kick meter. That way people can exploit kicking a low kick, which you guys just seen. So that's my intake and opinion on what they should do to counter it as of for now. But honestly, I think they should just take off away the kickoff and just let everybody start at 25. But it is what it is on that. Now another thing that I want to address is how people are playing online. Like, it's online gameplay, so of course you're gonna have people that are gonna be trolling or people that are going to just irritate you and play a way that you don't want them to play. And or they're gonna play to the point where they're doing everything in the power to glitch and exploit the game so they can win. So of course we got the quitting. So right now the quitting is still an issue where it doesn't count for a win or loss. So for instance, I had times where I kept rematching with the same person. If I got a rematch and if he quits, I'm not going to get a win and he won't get a loss. So that is still something that has to be addressed and fixed. But if I do play him the first time and he quits, I do get the win, just not when I rematch him. Another issue that I have been seeing people complain about is how people are basically chewing clock, like they're waiting until 1 second left before hiking the ball. I mean, that has been a thing that's been done for years. Now, of course, in Madden College Football, they hurry up the chew clock feature, but in Maximum Football, people just wait until it ticks all the way down to do so. That's just how people play the game. Another issue that is being brought up is people are consistently getting delay of game on the offense. So they're like able to just get a flag and there's no consequences like with Madden or college football. If you're taking a delay of game or getting a consistent flag 3 times in a row, they're going to get kicked for excessive griefing. And in Maximum Football, there is no penalty for people that do that. They can't kick them out of the game, so they're able to do that the entire time. So they may have to implement that. I wonder how they're going to go about that. So it has to be a consistent flag back to back for people that abuse things like that so they can get kicked. But right now, that's another big issue, which, is something that is frustrating when you play people that do that. You got another issue where people constantly pause the game. I feel like pausing the game should be once per half. So one in the first and one in the second half. And of course, there's like a time limit. So if another person resumes the game, the other person has a time limit before, the pause is resumed. So it's just like with Madden college football, where people pause the game, the other person continues, but the other person that paused the game is not resuming. So there's a time limit before the pause is resumed. So they have to figure out how to implement that for Maximum Football. So of course there's simple issues that is able to be countered, and then there's issues that are simply broken within the gameplay that has to absolutely get addressed. So there's like 50-50 on both ends, and I hope this video kind of gives a clear explanation and breakdown between all of the things that's going on right now. And then once again, a lot of people are so adapted to the Madden way, college football way, that they have to take into consideration that this game, for one, is not a well finished product. And of course, it's going to be things that's going to be developed, added, fixed over time. But the play style, you just have to get the Madden way and college football way out your system and adapt to maximum football, because what you're accustomed to doing in Madden college football, you can't simply do in maximum football. Like doing the same play usage is not going to work. I mean, there's always counters to everything. People just don't realize that. And once again, another thing to take into consideration is how people have their team built. I mean, it's all rating based. So, of course, Maximum Football themselves, they have to fix the tier matchup system. They said they're supposed to match up people with similar um, team overalls, but when it comes to the actual play, you don't know if they're a pass heavy offense or a run heavy offense. They have a great DB defense or a great pass rush defensive line. Like, that's just all ratings based. You can never know between those type of things. So that's another thing that a lot of people don't take into consideration. Now, I'm gonna start, once again live streaming. I was trying to hold off on it because right now I'm enjoying my Dynasty series. Like, offline is simply much more funner than online, and that's expected because every online game has their issues, but you face the people that do everything in the power to ruin the online experience. That's why I kind of stepped away and took a break from online, especially because the game kept freezing. I kept getting matched up with the same person, and I couldn't really get a match in. So that's why I focus on offline mode, because my Dynasty series has been extremely insane. So for those that do enjoy offline, I mean, Maximum Football still needs to fix things, but right now it's in a solid state. As for now, I should recommend that you guys stay away from online. But other than that, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And, once again, gonna try to start live streaming more just of the online play so we can witness these issues, figure out fixes. But, I was doing all this against the CPU, showcasing that there is counters that probably most of you guys don't even know about. So, trust me, the developers are reading everybody's feedback, especially, on my videos. They're looking at your guys' feedback, so make sure you guys leave a comment. I'm working closely with the developers on addressing, adding, and fixing things, and of course, they know as well. So, without further ado, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Until next time, I'll see you guys later, and I'm out. Peace.